Hi, I'm Chester Osborn, fourth generation winemaker at Darrenburg, McLaren Vale, South Australia, and I'm here to tell you about a few wines you're going to be tasting. So first wine we're going to taste is the 08 High Trellis Cabernet Sauvignon from McLaren Vale here. There's a little bit of Merlot in this, about 3 or 4%, and a little bit of Petit Verdot. Just Merlot gives a little bit of roundness and a different complexity of tannin and lift, and the Petit Verdot gives a spiciness and actually a Australian tannin that takes a while to open up. McLaren Vale is really good for Cabernet Sauvignon and Petit Verdot really, because we have cool nights and warm days, and the cool nights keep the acidity course and the warm days get the concentration. Cabernet was actually king in McLaren Vale up until about 1990 when the export boom happened, but before then my father always said to me, you've got to treat Cabernet with the best respect. So they make great wines with a lot of cassis-like notes, some nice mint-like edge, just a little leafiness. It always says this is Cabernet. And this wine is half from big woods and half from barriques, small wood. So we keep a nice freshness in the wine that isn't making the wine too oaky or oily or too fat and too heavy. It's actually got a nice life to it. But it is the 08 vintage, which was picked in a fairly warm year, so it's a little bit riper and richer than what we normally make for that wine. But actually it looks really good because of the cassis characters. The next one we've got there is the 2008 Laughing Magpie Shiraz Viognier, called the Laughing Magpie because my daughters couldn't say kookaburra when they were 3 years old, so they called them Laughing Magpies. We had two pets there. And of course this wine's black and white grapes. Magpie's black and white. It's a very cheerful wine, so that's why I call it the Laughing Magpie. We co-ferment the white grapes with the red grapes. We make it at 15% Viognier, and then we blend back actually dead arm downcast barrels into the blend to bring the Viognier level down to what works, which in this case is about 6%. The Viognier gives a lovely lift of apricots and ginger and flower notes, really pushes out the Shiraz character beautifully. It cuts through the boldness of the Shiraz, the gutsiness, giving you a bit of smoothness and richness in the middle, but it lingers out the end with this little fine tannin, white wine tannin, which is really lovely. And this has quite higher grade quality of Shiraz that we use, so we get a good concentration. It's quite a big wine, but still again no oak showing, even though it's 100% in oak. The oak is very well integrated into the wine, not too much new oak, and we don't rack the wines. In fact, there's no fertiliser in the vineyard, no cultivation, no herbicides, no irrigation if we can, and then there's no plunging in the winery, only foot trod once. They're basket pressed in the barrel, no racking, no filtering, no fining. So nothing happens really other than me tasting them. That's about it. And blending them. The last red we've got is the Dead Arm 2007. This is called the Dead Arm after the dead arm disease. A fungus that gets into the pruning cuts, kills off the arm of the vine. Every 20 years we have to go through and cut off all the dead arms and re-trellis them so that it doesn't kill the whole vineyard. And that way we can keep these vines alive for hundreds of years. Most of the reds we use are 40 to 130-year-old vines, so there's dead arm mixed up in quite a lot of the different wines. Even the Laughing Magpie has it. This one is the best barrels of the best batches of fruit that we have. So it has a great concentration, but the style we make is not the big full-blown heavy fatter style. It's really a cross between European and Australian, so we have a lovely life in the wine, lovely soil characters. With no fertiliser you really accentuate the soil character, so you see the minerality and the floweriness and all sorts of earth characters. A bit of time in the decanter always helps with our style. You can see the length is really long, fine, gritty, fragrant characters with a lovely little soil character. And there's a beautiful, elegant, lively, fragrant fruit character in the middle palate, and this will go on for quite a while. It was a drought year, 2007, so it's really quite a nice spicy character in that particular year. Then the last one you've got there is the Stump Jump Sticky, the Chardonnay from 2008, made from 100% botrytis grapes. We weren't actually going to make a Stump Jump Sticky, but the conditions were so good and I was away travelling when I kept saying, pick them if they're good. they picked them, and we ended up with a huge amount of botrytis grapes, or botrytis wine. So I ended up making it into a stump jump sticky, and so it's a killer wine for the price. Really is a lot of sweetness, a lot of botrytis character, but a great acidity and life, and beautiful. The Chardonnay character is really beautiful and lively, and comes across as a lemon and citrus sort of characters, as well as pears and tropical and all sorts of characters. But yeah, this wine really over delivers. So enjoy, and I'll speak to you next time.